parents, talking about SIDS, I know is very stressful. It honestly, for me, speaking from experience, was the most stressful transitional period becoming a parent. A lot of people will ask, well, what's the hardest? Becoming a parent the first time, the second time, the third time, however many times. And I always say it doesn't matter. It is terrifying every time, especially when you consider all the possibilities of everything in the world that can harm your kids, but especially SIDS, something that you have no control over. All right, so let's get up and get out of here. Let's go talk somewhere a little bit more peaceful about how you can help reduce the risk of SIDS with your newborn. I have FabFitFun. If you're a FabFitFunner, leave me a comment down below and let me know like if you love it, if you hate it, if you're kind of over it. This summer box was like, not that great. I got this Thrive Cosmetics in this like beautiful color here, and is this a good color on me? Because I feel like it's a good color on me. You wouldn't wear something without asking your friends, right? All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pack my stuff up. I'm gonna bring my laptop so I can get some work done. I have a couple calls to do as well. And we are gonna go down to the Erie Canal where my son is going on his 4th grade field trip. And he told me that I am not allowed to embarrass him. So I'm not gonna embarrass him. We are gonna go and drive by and just kind of see what's up. Fun fact, the boat that he is going on, that I will definitely show you guys, I used to work on that boat. The actual like 4th grade tours, when I came home on college breaks, I would work on the tour boat. Hey. All right. That door did not shut. When I was in between between like college sessions. So college here gets out in May, and then elementary school and like all the other like grade level schools, they get out in June. So I would come home from college and I would work on the boat. So the owners of the Colonial Belle, the boat that we go on for the 4th grade tours, they also owned my dance studio growing up. So I was teaching and dancing at the dance studio, and they would just be like, hey, we need some hands on deck. Who wants to work on the boat? And like a lot of us would like interchange like dancing and working and dancing at the dance studio, teaching at the dance studio, like all the things. Like it's just kind of like one big family. The owner of the boat texted me and she found my kid and she's like, are you gonna come down and see him? Here's my kid. I don't know if you can really see him that well. He's the pink one. Always in his soccer jersey. But I thought it was cool he was wearing a shirt with his last name on it, because I do not think that my friend that's on the boat, I don't think she has seen him since he was like a toddler. Do we want these sunglasses or do we want, I think I want the pink ones. I gotta go with the pink. Actually, now that I'm looking at myself with these on, they kind of, I think they're not that cute. These, I got like a 6-pack of sunglasses on Shein for like $3. I mean, you could totally tell that they're cheap, but I don't care because I'm not like, I'm not a fashionista. Let's find a spot to sit on the canal, do some work, do our calls, wave to my kid. But first, coffee. Why am I always so awkward when it comes to like talking to people and ordering things? Like my first question is there caffeine in that? And she's like, I don't know how many milligrams. I'm like, I don't need to know how many milligrams. I just need to know there is caffeine because I need caffeine. Thank you. You too. We're just gonna pull into a parking spot because I need directions, which means I need directions. I need to hurry it up or I'm gonna miss this boat. Like I'm literally gonna miss the boat. You know that saying, you're gonna miss the boat? I'm gonna miss the boat. I am such an idiot. I don't need directions to the boat. I'm not going to the boat. I know where I'm going. I don't need directions. I swear, we're gonna get to the talk about SIDS real soon. I just want it to be peaceful and beautiful and just like not stressful, you know? Who wants it to be stressful? So good. Here's my kid. You guys, I'm the coolest mama ever. He's so cute. He like waved to me a couple times and I waved to him back, even though he was like, don't embarrass me. I was totally gonna embarrass him and be like, Timmy! Sorry, but I did. It's a little bit shady and buggy in this spot, so I'm gonna go find a different spot on the canal, but also I'm a little irritated right now because I just found out that one of the kids' parents is on the boat. I told them that I wanted to be on the boat, and they told me that there were no parents allowed. I'm gonna call a whole bunch of bull favoritism right there. Let's talk about some ways that you can help reduce the risk of SIDS for your baby. Number one being the Back to Sleep campaign. So if you are a baby of the 80s, 90s, whatever generation, then your parents put you to sleep on your stomach, and I'm sure now they're gonna tell you, well, I put you to sleep on your stomach and you were fine, blah, blah, blah. There has been so much research and evidence that shows that this is not a safe choice to put your child to sleep on their stomach, and the number of infant deaths that has significantly reduced since implementing the back to sleep, I can't even say it. I feel like it's a mouthful. The Back to Sleep Safe Sleep campaign, okay? Every single hospital is going to teach you that back is best. So we know you're going to put your baby down to sleep on their back. Let's drive down the road a little bit, see where I'm gonna find myself, and then we'll just keep on talking. I think I just got the exact vibes I was going for. Some people just walked by and said, you look so comfortable, and that I do. Let's jump on to item number 2, and that is that your child is on a firm, flat mattress. Nothing else should be in the crib with them. They should not have blankets. They should not have loose sheets. They should only be the firm, flat mattress with a fitted sheet. Obviously, your child does not have the neck strength yet. Once they, come out of the womb, they don't have the neck strength to push themselves up and be able to breathe the fresh air around them. So this is another reason why we're putting them on their back, because they can't push themselves up, but we're also putting them on a firm, flat mattress so that they can the ducks like stop for a second while I'm trying to talk here? No? Okay, it's fine. I'll talk over you guys. We want them on a firm, flat mattress with no blankets, no sheets, no crib bumpers, no pillows, none of that in the way of possibly suffocating your child, where they cannot push their head up to move freely around it, and they cannot pull or push something out of their way. So you need to make sure that you're not putting anything on that mattress. It is just a mattress and a firm, fitted sheet. All right, I gotta hop on a call in a minute here, but we can jump through item number 3, and that is to room share without bed sharing. So there are some wonderful products on the market aside from just a bassinet or a pack and play, but you can also get a crib side co-sleeper, and I used one of those with my firstborn. It was my sister-in-law's, and I will pop a picture right here, but it is great that you can have like a 3-sided kind of crib side car thing-a-ma-bop-a-jig. They will kind of have like the 3rd side open to your bed. There's still a lip there, so your kid's not, like, they can't even roll over, but just for the fact that you don't have to lean over and lift to pull them into the crib. It is so difficult, like when you've had a C-section or even just vaginal delivery, which is what I did with all 3 of mine, and it was still, like, I know you C-section mamas had a much more difficult time, but it is still like, pushing a watermelon out of your vagina. So anyways, room sharing without bed sharing, yes. Tip number 4 we will go through real quick, but it is to breastfeed for as long as possible. Studies have shown that babies who are breastfed have a lower risk of SIDS. So breastfeeding as long as possible is great. However, do not let it make you feel guilted or guilty for not being able to breastfeed. I only breastfed my oldest for about a month because that was literally all I could handle. So do not feel bad if you can't do it, but if you can, go for it. All right, next up on your list is to avoid overheating, which I am doing right now. Make sure that your baby's room is between 68 and 72 degrees, and you wanna have your baby dressed in one more layer than what you feel comfortable in. So if you're comfortable just wearing a shirt and pants for pajamas, then you just wanna dress your baby in that, plus their sleep sack or swaddle. You don't have to go layer crazy. These little geese are probably gonna be really mean to me because I'm close to their babies. But look at the babies. Have you ever heard them hiss before? Because they get real mad. The next thing that we're going to do is offer a pacifier. Now, of course, people are gonna have their opinions, but another thing that does prove that it helps prevent against SIDS is using a pacifier. I always recommend using a pacifier for at least the first 3 to 6 months. And then if your baby is not significantly attached to it, then absolutely take it away. If they are loving it and it's very soothing to them and they can put it back in their mouths by themselves, then by all means, let them continue using it until they're like 2.5 or 3 years old, when you can do a cute little send-off with, excuse you, I'm talking here. You can wait until they're old enough to do a cute little send-off of their pacifiers when they understand exactly what is going on. All right, we're gonna move on here because these geese do not like me being here, but the next thing that you want to do, and here I'll let you get a good little view of the babies. Can you see the babies over there? Well, you're gonna look at me then. You wanna make sure that you are not exposing your child to secondhand smoke at all. You want to especially avoid letting anybody who is an avid chain smoker holding your baby, unless they change their shirt and wash their hands. This is probably not the direction I should be walking in right now while trying to talk and film at the same time, but make sure that your child is not exposed to any secondhand smoke, which is going to damage their brand new lungs. Just don't feel bad. Sometimes you just have to tell parents that we need to protect our child's premature lungs and you need to wash your hands and change your shirt before you hold the baby. We would love for you to be able to spend time with the baby, but this is what we need to do to protect our baby. Thanks for understanding. All right, before we drive on and get myself some lunch, I don't know what I want today. Maybe an acai bowl or just a smoothie or something, but anyways, I turned the air conditioning off and it is like 80 something degrees outside right now. This says 76. There is no way. This is not 76. What's my phone saying? 75. Okay, fine. Just feels hot, okay? So the next thing that you're going to want to do to avoid SIDS or just reduce the risk of SIDS, because you really can't avoid it. You can just do all the safe things and do your best and be the best parent that you can, but you can make sure that your baby's immunizations are up to date. I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want to hear all the delayed vax, anti-vax, this, that, whatever. Do not come for me. That's not what this video is for. I'm just not going there, okay? All I am saying is that giving your child the appropriate vaccinations is going to help keep them healthy for the long run, and doctors will not give your child something that they have not thoroughly tested, that they don't fully believe in, and like that is what I choose to believe. I trust my doctors and I believe my doctors and my research. Okay, I need to get some air conditioning blowing in my face right now because it is just like, come on, wait, ready? I'm gonna do the whole, I'm sitting here being all Baywatch babe. People are just walking by eating their gyros or whatever that huge food was. There's like a nasty food truck over there on the street and I cannot, like, I don't know how people eat street food. I'm sorry. Some of it's okay. Can you even hear me? I'm still trying to figure out what I want to eat. I still can't decide, but I'm just going to keep talking about ways that you can reduce the risk of SIDS. So mom, this one's for you. You need to make sure that you are continuing to go to your prenatal visits. I know that as you get closer to having the baby, that your appointments start getting closer and closer together and more frequent, and eventually in the last month you're going every single week, and it can be tempting to skip one if you're feeling really well. But this is when complications can happen anytime, but this is when they pretty much can be detected and avoided. And I don't want to say that like as a blanket statement, because I have definitely had friends experience the opposite of that and ending in tragedy. That's just another sign to advocate for yourself when you are pregnant. Even if you are 38 weeks pregnant and you feel like something is wrong, you need to push and push and push for answers, because guess what? It's your body, it's your baby, and you need to be heard. I'm gonna tie it all into one tip. Make sure that you're going to those appointments, and also don't not ask questions at these appointments because you feel like it might be a dumb question. And I know like every teacher and whoever says this, but like no dumb question, or no, what do they say? The only dumb question is the one that you don't ask or something. So just make sure that you're advocating for yourself. And if you don't feel comfortable, then switch doctors, because all of these things can help avoid losing your baby. And we're back. I got my bubble tea and a gigundo banami sandwich. So let's talk about the last thing here that you need to make sure that you are doing to help reduce the risk of SIDS, and that is to make sure that you are supervising your child's tummy time. Now, we know that it's very important for your child to sleep on their back, but they need to also have some time on their tummy, in which case you need to be watching them while they are on their tummies so that you know that they are safe and still breathing and that everything is good. Even with the smallest babies, you can still do tummy time with them even if they're not laying on the floor. You can be leaning back and having them laying on your chest, and they will practice lifting their head and moving from side to side. The biggest reason why we do tummy time is to help prevent the flat spot on the back of your head, which is also known as plagiocephaly. So make sure that you are very diligent about doing your tummy time a couple minutes, a couple times a day. Seriously, like 3 minutes, 3 times each, 3 times a day. You can definitely make sure that you are practicing this safely and securely with your child within your reach and especially within your line of sight. 3 minutes, that's all it takes. So of all of these factors that I mentioned in this video, there are 10 ways that you can help reduce the risk of SIDS in your baby. Now, I know this is incredibly sensitive and I am sorry that it's a trigger warning for anyone. However, it is my job to make sure that you are making your baby as safe as possible. If there are any questions that you have that I can help you with, then make sure to leave a comment in the description box down below, or you can set up a call with me for a one-on-one consultation. If you want more information on how to keep your kids safe and reduce the risk of SIDS, then you should check out Baby in Bloom, Mama's Guide to the 4th Trimester. This is my all-inclusive course all about the entire 4th trimester of your baby's life, aka the first 3 months with your baby on this earth. Grab the course, it's in the description box down below. It's called Baby in Bloom. You will learn so many things well beyond SIDS and safe sleep, but everything that encompasses the first 3 months of your baby's life. I hope you enjoyed this video and keep blooming. Mwah.